Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome to my Blu-ray pickups update. And I got a bunch of good stuff that came in this week, and starting things off with this horror film right here called XX, which is 4 Deadly Tales, 4 short films by 4 female directors. And their names are Roxanne Benjamin, Annie Clark, as well as Karyn Kusama and Jovanka Vuckovic. So the 4 short films are called The Box, The Birthday Girl, Don't Fall, and Her Only Living Son. And out of those 4, the one that really stood out to me was called Don't Fall, which tells a story about these group of friends who go out on a camping trip, and they come across this cave that has like evil painting in the walls of this cave, and soon after things take a deadly turn. So yeah, there's some pretty cool jump scares in that one. So yeah, that's the one I personally like the most. But the other ones were fun to watch too, but it was kind of a bit slow for my taste. And in between the shorts, you get the stop motion animation, kind of like in the style of Tim Burton, as he did with Corpse Bride and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So yeah, those sequences of the stop motion was kind of creepy and cool at the same time. So yeah, I really dug that. And The Box tells a story about this weird looking dude who's taking a ride on the subway. And you know, there's this mother there with the daughter and the son is very curious what this weird looking dude is holding in his hand. He has like this mystery box, and as soon as he takes a look inside, he just starts to become possessed by it, and he's basically starves himself. And that's all I want to say about that. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but that was pretty cool. But nothing really exciting happened, but it is a bit creepy, but it was rather enjoyable. And The Birthday Girl, it tells a story about this mother who's getting ready to throw a party for her daughter, and she's gonna have a bunch of guests come over until she finds out that her husband is dead, and she's trying to figure out what to do with the husband's body. So yeah, that one was a bit bizarre, but it was still pretty cool to watch. That one stars Rose, and she's best known for 2.5 Men. Her real name is Melanie Lynskey. And the last short, which is Her Only Living Son, which happens to be the longest out of the 4 shorts, is about this single mother who has a son that's about to turn 18, and he's possessed by the devil, and he's done a lot of bad stuff. So that was pretty cool. It was, kind of one of those type of short films that you just watch it for what it is, but like I said, don't expect too much from it. But yeah, so these are directed by 4 female directors, so it was pretty cool to see their perspective on screen, and it's written by them as well. So other than that, you get a bunch of special features included with this. You get interviews, cast and crew type of stuff. And let me show you guys a quick look at the case itself. And in terms of picture and audio quality, I'm going to rate it a 4 out of 5 for both. The image itself, it looks good, but there are certain scenes of compression artifacts and a bit of banding and softness. And the audio is okay for what it is. So as I said, you get a bunch of behind-the-scenes featurettes, interviews with each of the directors for the shorts. Pretty cool stuff. So lots of material to keep you busy. And here's the disc itself. And this is released by Magnet and also Magnolia Home Entertainment. And next up, I got the horror classic, The Haunting, which I absolutely love this film. Very dark and mysterious and atmospheric. And if you remember, back in 1999, they made a remake of this one, which starred Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones. But to me, this is the best one. And to be honest, I love these classic horror films more than I do when I watch the newer ones. Personally, I do like some of the horror ones in the 80s because it has some, cheesy stuff mixed in, which always makes it fun. But today's horror films, they always throw in, nonsense special effects, which personally, it takes the fun out of it, But this one has a really great commentary with the cast and whatnot. So yeah, this is The Haunting. Yeah, definitely check this one out, guys, if you haven't seen it, that is. This week, I also ended up getting the Vincent Price Collection Volume 2, and if you saw my previous update, I picked up Volume 1 last week. So, yeah, I just told myself I'm not going to get Volumes 2 and 3 until I get the first one first, and which I was trying to get for a while, and, the prices went up because it went out of print. So I was just waiting to come across it for someone to sell it for the right price until, I bought it. So, yeah, this contains 7 of his classic films. You get The Raven, The Comedy of Terrors, also, of course, The Last Man on Earth, and the rest of them right there. So, yeah, really great set. If you guys are into horror films, if you don't have this one, highly recommend Vincent Price. He truly was the master of horror. And great performances, although he did overact a bit sometimes. But that's what made it fun, and unique. And this contains lots of great special features. You get introduction for a couple of the films by Vincent Price. So, pretty cool stuff, man. And next up, I got the re-release edition of Heat, which features a brand new Q&A moderated by Christopher Nolan, and also Michael Mann's part of that, along with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. And I absolutely love this film, man, and I'm sure many of you guys can agree. Has one of the great shooting sequences ever on screen with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and the supporting cast. Of course, Kilmer and whatnot. Great film, man. And of course, you get the digital copy as well. And yeah, the picture quality looks a lot better than the previous edition. So a picture for this one, I'm going to rate it a 4.5 out of a 5. And the sound mix, a solid 5 out of a 5. This week I also had a bunch of stuff coming from Arrow. So we got the Brain Damage, the cheesy 80s horror flick, which I hadn't seen in a very long time. So looking forward to this one. Has a ton of special features and whatnot. And I really like this slip cover too. Pretty cool. Nicely done on that. We also got the Italian gangster flick, The Climber. Never heard this one before, so should be interesting to see what this one's all about. We also got the Jacques Rivette collection, which is a set of 3 films by Jacques Rivette, and very much art house type of films here with great cinematography. And this set reminds me a lot of you would see what Criterion would release. So really nice looking box set. This week I also got The African Queen, which stars Humphrey Bogart and Katharine Hepburn. And yeah, I've been trying to complete my Humphrey Bogart collection, and this was one of the last top films of his that I still needed. Actually, there's a couple more that I need, but they're lesser known pictures of his. But yeah, looking forward to revisiting this one. I haven't seen this one since I was a little kid, and I guess the only special feature you get with this one is the making of featurette. But yeah, it's in color too, so it's really rare to see a Humphrey Bogart film in color. The other great film that he did was called The Barefoot Contessa, which is very underrated. And finally, I got the 4K release of Unforgiven, which happens to be Clint Eastwood's last Western picture. And I did a full review for this on my channel, so if you haven't seen it yet, you can definitely take a look. But this 4K release looks really incredible. And, you know, from all those great Western pictures, man, the guy did High Plains Drifter, The Outlaw of Josie Wales, as well as The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, and on and on. This guy was incredible, man, for all the roles that he portrayed in those Western films, and he was my favorite actor in terms of the Western films. You know, John Wayne was good, but he's second place. I just love Clint Eastwood Westerns. Can't go wrong with it. And as far as special features, you get the same bonus material that was from the Blu-ray release, so they just ported over onto this set. But definitely pick this one up, guys. You will definitely enjoy that one in 4K. So thanks for taking a look. Got a bunch of good stuff this week and whatnot, and I'll see you guys soon as usual in my next update. Take care.